The carbon fibers, you start putting an acid on there. I use denatured alcohol. Well,
Yeah.
one, it doesn't have the smell in it, but it's not a harsh chemical that's going to take and affect them. And, I've never had any trouble, wipe the shaft down with the denatured alcohol and let it dry, of course, before you glue your fletching on. And,
Yeah.
you don't have any trouble when you do it that way, have them nice and clean because you get oils and stuff on them and dirt and,
Yeah.
kind of a little pro tip, clean your arrows off before you refletch them.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And I mean, and even when you're inserting or putting in inserts, any kind of component like
Yeah.
that, I had a guy that was telling me that every time that, he'd shoot into a target, he would lose his. I'm like, okay, well, what are you using? How are you installing your inserts? And he was like, oh, I'm cutting arrow and I'm doing this. I'm squaring it off and I'm putting glue on it and I'm shoving it in. And I'm like, oh, no, you got to go through there and take some Q-tips and clean the inside out.
Yeah.
First of all, you need to go in and rough it up with something. And, um, you know, even if it's just, taking some sandpaper and rolling it up, most of the time I use a 22 bristle brush, for
Yeah.
cleaning 22s and go in there. And then after that, go in there with some denatured alcohol or some 90% alcohol, something to clean all that until you get out to where it's not black anymore. And so that's clean. And also on your components, I go through, and probably don't have to do this, but I go through all my components and I take some sandpaper and I rough it up a little bit. Then I clean it before I glue it in. And that way everything has a little bit of, you're sketching it a little bit and then you're cleaning it and you're making sure there's no oils on it and all that stuff. And I guarantee you're not going to pull it out, you know?